TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, winter, winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just
Welcome to the line. 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 Welcome to the line.
Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Welcome.
How's everybody? Late start, you know the usual. How's everybody doing today? This is afterthought. Hindsight's 2020. Don't be talking about what you could do after the move's gone, right? So, theme of that one. Everybody fucking knows exactly what to do the day after it's too late. So, attention to details, up front is fucking critical. Right on time, yeah, I know. Right on time, late as fuck. What up, Ferran? What up, everybody? Damn, Hodge. Oh, you left already? Thanks a lot for the Clonex guidance. Highly appreciated. No sweat, my friend. Hope things are going good for you, or better for you. 119. Motherfuckers breaking the bank. So everybody throw some bits. Tiki. Todd, that name always throws me off. Peace outside. Appreciate everybody that supports the show as always. Damn. What a week, huh? I say what a difference a day makes, maybe what a difference a week makes, right? So you guys like the Clonex cartoon, from Winter Solstice through. What do you guys think of the artwork today? I tried posing with some new talent, man. You have no idea how hard it is to take a fucking timed photograph with a cat, because the way I take those is a timer, and she's only got to behave for 5 fucking seconds for me to get the fucking shot, and that was so damn difficult. The afterthought was maybe I shouldn't have taken photos of the live animal. But but this is pretty much all the shots of me fighting her to stay still. And I was like, you know what? It works out to a good animation. I wasn't trying to do that. I was actually going to do not a glitch art today. But she was such a fucking nightmare that I couldn't fucking hold her still. And so every one of the shots of me fighting her to get back into the crash cycle ended up being this animation. So it was an incidental animation, and the afterthought was motherfucker. But it fits with the idea of having missed that big ass pump in Clonex and figuring it out right after it's too late. So, wow, what a difference! What a difference in the vibe and everything around this one project, right? And this is like a case study, for all of you who ever wondered, like, man, I wonder where that pump came from. Well, this is either the only time it ever looks like the things that were the reasons around this, or this is a fractal of what really goes on in the bottom with huge amounts of volume and people's fucking psychologies being fucking collapsed into the earth and premiums collapsing out of the marketplace, indicating fucking fear from the strongest holders into a fucking rally where fucking everybody's caught flat-footed. All right. Bear market things. So, for everybody who got a piece of this early, if you got enough clones and you can actually get yourself to a free roll, you know how it works. It doesn't change because you're trading a pretty picture, right? This isn't different than catching BTC in a breakout and having like X amount of risk and going Y amount of times your risk and deciding, okay, I can cut down here and then, get the fuck out in case it goes bad. If you can get into that kind of position doing this, if you guys played that, get into that kind of position. Get your shit free. Don't fucking sit there and go, I've got a ton in the low and hold them all, and treat it really differently than you would, any other trade. Do the same kind of rules that you always do, right? Timing matters, right, William Payne? So, what just happened? Oh my fucking god, get off that screen. Nothing bad. But, Operation Rescue Artifact Clonex, right? I bet they never dreamed stuff like that was possible when it started here that night. Shit be crazy, right? This loss of liquidity is bringing Grail clones like Scarce Murakamis among many crashing down, chasing liquidity which now only exists at the floor. Pay attention, all is not as it seems. I fucking told them, but I really couldn't rally the troops, man. Nobody believed it, so I, hats off to everybody in the eco that helped fucking get this thing out of the grave, because they weren't gonna save themselves, Look at this fucking thing. LC pulled out this thing. The undead version of this, which is a tier under this, sold for $250,000 last year. This dude got this thing for 20 stacks. I would have bought that if I saw that motherfucker. Holy fuck, that's a great one. He's actually from Bad Take, so he got the heads up to get this from Compound directly. Like, he DM'd him, and the dude swooped this up. This is an insane cache. There's only 13 of these out of 20,000. It's extraordinarily rare. And that's how big the psychological destruction was. I believe this person fucking minted this and then just sold it down to the fucking pavement. So the mindset of the whole of the Grail holders even just wrecked. Everyone just wrecked. What a psychological like devastation, you know. But what an amazing amount of fucking good looking clones came out in the wall. This is on the way up. I can't even find shit now. I've got so much Clone stuff on my wall right now. I can't even find the previous fucking show. Oh, I completed the music video of this. You know, I don't want it to play music. But if you guys heard this, I put a music video to this, and this is kind of where I want to go next, is glitch, you know, glitch art, like short micro music videos and stuff like that. That's going to be pretty dope. But this is the finale to the comic, if you guys didn't get it, right? I added the warping effect. I couldn't do it the morning I made it because fucking shit take too long. But I have the teleport effect for the space stone from to come out of space and everything. I just couldn't finish it in the morning because it's like too many fucking frames. But that's how he's supposed to look. And then teleports out. So if you didn't get it, he's like blowing on his infinity gauntlet when he's done with his handiwork, you know? So like, they didn't know who he was before, but once he did all his handiwork, bitch you know now kind of thing, you know? So it's just kind of funny. Clone X glitch art, right? Where are the artifact creators in mentioning that? This guy's never mentioned any of our creations. I think that's pretty fucking creative, don't you? Do you see why no one takes us seriously? You know how many of them came to the shows like, that guy can't be responsible for anything. You might be right. Silly shit. Is it possible to clip Nomics.eth? If I can get him in there, I will. That's what I thought. I thought, hey, you know, it's time for Ivy to make her her modeling debut, and you know, I decided to throw up in front of the camera. But boy, she's a difficult talent to work with that one. I had to see how she does on the catwalk, but that's a whole nother story. Anyways, markets are down a little bit today. Fucking too much excitement the last couple of days. Things need a breather, I guess. You guys have a good week though. You learn a lot. You guys should have had like, so living through what you lived through in the weekend, like that stuff went on all the time in 2014, 15, 16. And so a lot of my veteran traders, you know, lived through things like that, similar things. I mean, maybe a little bit crazy what you saw here, but this is kind of like, you could never tell somebody about this in a concept call and go, okay, so this is how this works, right? This is one of those things that, like, you know, was the best parts of like 17, 18 classes, is that those traders were living through what was going on in the market as it unfolded with us directly interacting with it. So it was like a living life lesson, and they were participating in it. And that's why we say participation key. Like, you cannot possibly like gain the insights you gained from any kind of class or tutorial that you'd gain if you were just in this shit as it unfolded, you know? And so as much, you know, as much as like, you know, we don't want you to go out there and get killed, you do have to touch the football to kind of learn the game, you know? So hopefully you guys learned a lot of shit from seeing that craziness play out. You got to see it happen real time to fully understand it, right? And that's a trading education. If you live through just what happened this weekend, you'll never be able to pass on to any of your friends and be like, hey, so you have to understand what was going on here. They'll never fucking get it. Not at the level you got it. And so this is like information and understanding that you'll have forever that no one will ever get at your level. And over time, these experiences add up to you having like an insight that no one's got. The more you touch the football in here and really see how ridiculous things are, it's like, you know, the simulation looks real, right? So you actually gain huge conviction in how real it is the more you touch this. So hope you guys learned a lot and made a profit while doing it if possible. So all right, that's opening memos and afterthoughts, I guess. So let's see. What do I got for you guys? Load one more chart. Oh wait, this is it. Yeah. What a difference a day makes. That shit looks crazy. Boy. Rescue 911. You're welcome, bitches. Even if you still hate me. Because you know they still do, right? Let's see. So, just looking back at this one more time. Where did it move to? I think it moved to threes. So, same guy. Back on threes. 91 clones. God knows how many fucking clones he has. But the good thing is, everybody who showed up wiped out all the rare clones. All the nice ones. So now he gets to eat a bunch of crap. And, you know, that'll help to fucking, like, you know, make him apprehensive about, like, getting more crap where he's got really good ones already, which is down in the grave, right? He took in really amazing ones down here from people who didn't know better. So now he's got a lot of, like, you know, low tier clones, and he's walling it up, and he's got to figure out what he's got to do. But I think it's a more than likely chance the low should be in for this cycle for Clonex, and the sentiment of Clonex and the movement of founders now. We should have the perception shift necessary for that bottom to stick. If this project's ever gonna work, then I think that's the best chance it could ever have. So we'll see what happens, right? Rescue Clonex operation so far successful. Let's hope for the best. So yeah, you look at this stuff like this right now. He's actually got quite a few walls up in here. If you look, see, this is a second wallet. So he wasn't smart the first time to split his wallet up, and he made it really obvious. I'm one really large person, and this is blockchain. Like this is very different. This is what you hope to know about in the stock market, where people's orders are, how big the motherfucker is, right? We can't see that in the stock market. But shit for brains over here doesn't realize you can totally see him, like over here and say, "Hey, dickhead, we can see you." But at any rate, maybe he'll get a little more sophisticated. This is a lazy son of a bitch, right? I thought he was a little smarter than he was. He's not that smart. So now the cat's out of the bag, and everybody knows. Fuck you. And that's silly. It's that basic, right? That's just how you farm a bid. You lock up the price and nobody can buy through it. And people think, my God, unsophisticated people think, oh my God, everyone's selling out, dude. Look, it's never going up again. There's a million people selling at 3. And the psychology of that sells to a bid. He's also selling to, and so you sell into it like an idiot and he gets your quality clone, It's pretty shitty, but Clonex has the psychology here and the potential perception there to allow for this to really work really fucking well and screw people who are really loyal artifact Clonex people out of fucking their hard-earned money to fucking get a chance to participate in this. And this is part of the structure of why value is transferred from the impatient to the patient, because it's an emotional choice to fall for this. He's exacerbating an emotional condition in the marketplace. And in that moment, you make an emotional, impatient choice. You transfer it to anybody who can wait. And so this is more of a higher resolution of exactly how that impatience leads to you transferring your value to some other asshole. All kinds of lessons, right? I think it's pretty cool. Like, what in the world just happened on the fucking chat? Oh, Silverline doing things. What did you do? Oh, he gifted 20 memberships. Memberships? What did you do, Silverline? I don't even know what that means. Can you give people, what did you give people? Easy said, heads up, Tesla earnings post-market can be a market mover. Definitely pay attention to that. Anybody that's around Tesla, things that move with Tesla. There's something strange in your neighborhood. Who you're going to call the real Nomics? Nah, nobody's going to call me, bro. People can't stand me. Shout out to Silverline for whatever the hell he just gave you guys. I'm not sure what memberships, what level he gave you or what, but that's pretty cool, man. Thank you. So, yeah. All right, 114. So let's get to where we are. We are at 920 somehow, magically. Enough of a deep dive into that, I guess. And let us... Oh, I wanted to show you something too. Right? As far as psychology goes, you guys know I don't have the cross cycle up. But when you look at this guy in dollar terms, he might not look like as much in ETH terms. But in dollar terms, that's a crash cycle, isn't it? Very, very clear crash cycle. And this insanity that we saw this weekend is what's going on down the bottom. So let's see if that test pumps enough to set the floor and what happens next. But don't sit there and fucking hold everything. If you have a way to get yourself to free rolls, always go for that. And, follow your same rules and risk parameters. All right. That's enough of that. This is... my main chart. What do we got going on in the market this morning? So, as always, we told you guys, you pay attention when the S&P is in the phantom zone. This is our little fuchsia box range we have here that we've been paying attention to since summer last year. And the phantom zone is our trigger range, right? Down out of the phantom zone is sellable. Up out of the phantom zone is buyable. In here is generally a holy hell. And that's exactly what the market turned into as we entered this. So in the phantom zone right now, generally it's good to sit on hands and let him get out of it. He's gone up to the low level we have in it, and he's gapping down this morning inside the range. So as much as it looks ugly in the pre-market, it's not really any kind of significant crazy movement. So don't let that freak you out. And you see reactions in all risk assets, including BTC right now. So we expected BTC to flag on top of this trigger, which is the low of the bull flag of 2021, our only key level really after the 17 cycle. So this is a big deal. If we fail from this, we probably correct pretty hard back to this angle first, if not here. But I'm not looking for that. I'm just saying that, like, if you were to get under this, that's, it's basically a phantom zone like level. So it's a good line in the sand. If we hold strong on here, even if we dip through it, this bull flag dips through it and it comes back, like, you would pay attention above this level to play it. Like, for it to go back further into this range, it just needs to sustain this level. If it goes under it, it's a good line in the sense, just wait and let it regain it, worst case scenario. ETH. So now we've gotten top of the old Troll X emotional level from August last year, and we've dumped on top of it. So this is kind of a not as bad development either. We want to see him make a structure. And so let's see if he can make it. And do something like that's possible. If he sustains on top of the emotional level, then that's what you'd expect next. Yeah, that'll work. Right? Something along those lines is possible. So one, when you get sucked in day trading, this thing can look like it's like Armageddon. Like every day it makes a big movement. If you back up and allow this resolution to develop, though, you just have to have the patience at this resolution to allow it to, do its thing. So it's still very possible to do something like this, but ultimately one down bar is not a trend to make. So, so far the trend from last year is still rather positive. USDT.D. Always do want to pay attention to him. So he's failed to clear this little area here, and we probably want to put across what he's wicking. There. All right, so that's your main trigger out. We'll use that guy. That's your gas for crypto right now. Why do you guys make this look so different? So this is bullish, so we're gonna make it green even though it's down, because this is up for everything else that's in on the other side of it. So that'd probably be a good line in the sand to watch for pretty much everything. We've been watching Litecoin in here, Litecoin's rotation. We know we watch him because he kind of governs like cycles, and not that he governs it. He's a very, very, very cyclical to risk-seeking behavior in shitcoins. And he gives a really good barometer for where you are. So his next major level too looks like it coincides with the USDT.D index breaking down. So this is a good guy to always keep track of. The more bullish he is, the more shitcoins, like garbage shitcoins, fucking fly. Somebody asked for Matic.eth, right? Matic/ETH. Wait, is there Matic.eth somewhere? Matic.eth Binance. Well, so that looks terrible. That's pretty much the analysis of that. It looks terrible, bro. Yeah. So QQQs. All right. So paying attention to this rally that we do have, right? And we know that we said the skeleton crew vibes coming up. Not a lot of people they benefited from this at all. So we have like an interesting level with regard to the phantom zone in the Q side of it. The Qs have like a little level here that if you could sustain in this flag, that might be all there is to the pullback. But you kind of want to pay attention to both of them at the same time. And if we come out of the bottom of that phantom zone, the S&P, then we'd want to pay attention to this flag, probably going through this level and having a deeper pullback into the range of this bull flag. But for now, it's rather shallow, and there's not much to really do with it. Diamonds, we pay attention to industrials. They've been looking a lot different than many things, and different sides of industrials you care about, like defense, has been fucking crazy. Told you guys to keep paying attention to this stuff with the situations going on overseas. RTX, these dudes, all these guys have been fucking crazy. So hopefully you guys have been paying attention to those. Food, cheap food, crazy shit, right? The whole market is not quite as weak as people want to look. It depends where you focus. That being said, currencies, DXY. All right, we got a good line in sand in DXY, right? This is a good trigger down here to pay attention to. Stevie D somehow lurking in various assets that he shouldn't be, because this is a monolith, but he's in the fucking world currencies too. So maybe Stevie D's a line in the sand for bricks. But yeah, that's a trigger on that. Bull flag here to see if we can continue this attempted rotation on the USD. Otherwise, under this angle, if we fade down, that will be furthering the trends that we see in the euro and the pound. like I said, the pound still looks like he's in a good place in a few things in North America. So that guy's cooking too. So right, so a couple of like basket North America pound is worth paying attention to as a good barometer on DXY. VIX things, the VIX stunningly is really down in the pits where no one's looking, right? Let's draw this trend line exactly accurately now. Oh, stupid. Let's be exactly right. Okay. Oh, that's be precise as fuck. Very important line, that one. All right, so that's critical, right? That's the critical uptrend line of the VIX for the larger scale like VIX Mageddon. So we want to keep tabs on this. If he gets contact here, that might be our new normal of complacency. So this is critical to see. He's got a little bit of room to make it to that, and we do want to pay attention. And there definitely is, like, you know, some feelings of missing out of the rallies that are going on in stocks. So this would be critical contact, and we see that if he makes it down to there. So this might be just a bull flag in risk assets, and if we continue staying underneath this and just have a bear flag down here, right, something small, and hit this, that'll probably last for, like, you know, one more pump in stocks, and then we'll see what the sentiments of the markets are right there. Sure. I don't know why that's important. Thanks, motherfucker. Anyways, all right, so that covers all of that, right? SPY, VIX, all broader market things you guys give a fuck about. And NFT, at least one. All right, what are your symbols? Let's see, what are we at? 929. Market's gonna open. For all you guys that are crackheads that need to jump in there and go mix it up, jump your asses out of here, go kick some ass. You're in a good range actually on the Nas if he's gonna hold lows, but it's been pretty weak overnight. So be patient with it. You guys who have like some intel inside acolytes off of the station inside Discord, you should have a critical level that you're sitting in on the opening bell right now for the NASDAQ. So, you know, pay attention, motherfuckers. I'll see you guys later. For the guys who are here still, I did Matic ETH, garbage. Doodles ETH. Let me see if I can get Doodles up. GE. Let's get GE and Doodles. I can get that. That doesn't make sense. GE. We talked about this before. Forgot what chart I did GE on. I know I have a GE chart on here somewhere. What? Wait. What the fuck? Has GE reverse split or something? What the fuck has happened here? Well, there's my TA on the bull flag, but it's totally fucking thrown off. What the fuck happened to GE? Well, we had a trigger down there and stuff. Like, I see this, so I guess something... It must have done some news to itself, but I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened here, but I definitely see something crazy. Huh. Why is it? Does anybody know? Did this thing reverse split or do something crazy? What the fuck happened to this chart? It's not log scale. No, that is not that. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. That's regular. I have no idea what the hell is happening there. I'm having major problems. Yeah, I don't know. So it seems to have fucked up all my TA. So I'll just deal with it and just wipe it out. So the bull flag for this guy's on this res, right? And this is another thing to like go with the Dow Jones and things like that. Like some of your big, really multinational assets look really bullish on resolutions. Most people don't pay attention to, right? This is not like where most people would be reading anything to do with this. So I think looking at this resolution, this is the kind of res you got to watch this guy on. And if you look at him, like, it kind of looks like a bull flag for the ages when you look at these kinds of resolutions. Oops. It very much looks like it has like a ways to go, doesn't it? So interesting enough, of course, that resolutions you give a shit about. I think well, there's all kinds of nonsense turned on there that shouldn't be. Cleanish, there you go. Resolutions you care about, like this is part of the Dow Industrial rally that we see, right? It looks bullish. It looks like the market is actually not structurally in any kind of real trouble until you look at certain things in tech. But when you look at like a lot of industrial assets, they look just fucking fine. That looks absolutely bullish. Like some things like we see like with Lockheed, right? These things look really, really bullish. Not much I can really give you on that, right? He's just kind of in trend at the resolution that we're looking at. So if you guys pay attention to what I told you about the NASDAQ, you should have a decent push in it, and you do what you can with it. I'm trying to get myself a free roll, which I think I have, and then you guys kick some ass. All right, so GE Doodles. Where's Doodles? Doodles. Well, he looks like a crash cycle too, right? And he definitely looks like it worse. Wow, what a fucking climax in that guy. So he's absolutely in the fucking grave, huh? Absolutely on the fucking floor, getting pressed. I wonder if the same thing's getting done to that guy that was having the clones. He doesn't quite have the surging volume that you see here. The volume is like drying up, like there's nobody left to fucking really press out of it. He looks really fucking, destroyed. Heavy volume up here. Clones had the heavy volume, like still heavy into the very bottoms of this thing. Okay, there's my second cut. You guys got that fucking NASDAQ? Holy cow, what a beast. All right, let me get a stop on this thing. 1 second. One second. That was pretty good. I'm actually pretty pleased with that. All right, now I can actually do this show and pay attention. Thank God. Uno momento por favor. Stuff's happening. Man, that worked out pretty good. I'll be with you. One moment. Oh, that's pretty epic. Can't see to get through this fucking mask for some reason. Don't know why. Alright, cool. Alright. Don't do anything. Alright, cool. Now I can pay attention. My bad. So let's take this guy to Parsec. Let's see if we get like some better fucking resolutions on Doodles. Let's try this over here. Doodles. Is that it? Yeah, that's Doodles. And there we go. Wow, that guy looks fucking bad. So, gotta say, he doesn't have any real good signs to show a turnaround in the bottom of what he's doing right now. This guy is terrible for drawing trend lines, but let's see. I mean, that's pretty much the young you'd watch on him. He's not really got like healthy bull flag structure or bottoming signs yet. But yeah, if he's gonna turn around, It's a decent breakout volume when he did this, when he blew out of here. So let's put a range around it. If Doodles has a chance, he's going to hold the range of this bull flag right here. So coming back through that, I wouldn't fuck with it until Doodles could kind of recover this low flag. And do I have a thing I can paint with under here at all? Let's see. Nope. I don't think I can draw like I want to on this. So this is where you have any decent volume that you give a shit about at all in Doodles, which is what blew him out of here. Stop that. You'd want to see Doodles do something like this with some decent volume surge here. Like, you want to see something. He's got nothing. This looks really bad. There's nothing going on right here. In this whole part of Doodles, if you look at it, this whole part's like dead. Like, there's no sellers right there. When you look at that same thing, that's the difference. Like, there's panic selling was going on at the bottom of fucking Clonex, You can see the difference. There was people like fucking mass exiting this last wave down. There's like nobody that's in that last wave down for fucking like Doodles. It's like vacant, There was definitely lots of like, panic going on even down here. Doodles volume is just fucking dead. So you need to see something down there to create a position that's worth pumping, So I don't know if if the community's totally toasted by now or what, but it looks like there's nobody really selling out in the very lowest lows of it. But ultimately, if you pay attention to that range I gave you and he rotates up through that, I think that's where you care about him again. It's probably safer to fuck with it than it is now. Yeah, it's like dead, and still falling. So if you get some life to him, he's going to be inside here where I just showed you that you think you care about. If he starts to rotate and he gets back through, into this range, that's where I pay attention to him again. So, guys got a free NASDAQ setup. There's an LVMH. I can finish that. LVMH. Okay. LVMH. We talked about luxury brands before, that these guys were insanely bullish. That was on this one. LVMH. Alright, we talked about pay attention to luxury brands. Whoops. From a while ago. So if you guys pay attention to them, right, this is the breakout level for LVMH. Really bullish right now as a stick goes. You need another consolidation before you want to fuck with it, right? We talked about like, things like Ferrari and stuff look insanely bullish that people aren't paying attention to, like the difference between the haves and the have-nots. Luxury brands, while we're in a high inflation environment, are just becoming insanely more expensive, and the wealthy are becoming more wealthy, and there's a difference in the world today. So luxury brands as a whole look pretty interesting. I think Race is over here. Yeah, there's Race. We talked about Race before. All right, so if you pay attention to that, actually, this is the last time we talked about Race. So, like luxury brands should definitely stay on your radar. And then last thing was Crocs. Last time we talked about Crocs was a while ago. Never did the harmonic. This box range though, I think was pretty decent. Nah, no particular range on it. I think it's just a range I thought he could box range in. So let's turn that off. It's been a long time since we looked at this guy. Wow, what a fucking insane recall that was. Yeah, that's why I didn't forecast that. That's just a fucking miss. So insane dump and retest of his old system. Looks a lot like a Bitcoin 2017 like high type of retest, right? And an exit. So it's just insanely fucking sharp. Pretty well structured, right? He kind of like shockwaves and marks up, shockwaves and marks up. You guys who kind of watch this whole Clonex thing, you kind of have a fucking new idea about fucking what shockwaves are now, don't you? And suppression walls. But right, you got to kill everybody here before you can take it up, and that's basically why you keep a suppression wall, right? To make sure you can farm the bid and knock out everyone who's willing to play in this particular neighborhood. Remember, not everybody's willing to play at every particular price. So there's a population of people who think houses at $100,000 are a steal. And then there's people who think, 150,000 is a steal, but these people think, hey, that's really expensive, and they don't play anymore in these parts. So you clean out ranges. You clean out the people willing to play in the neighborhood at this price point until there's no one left, and then you mark it up, and excitement brings a new set of people. And that's always important to note, right? The people that they're going to sell those clones to, or anybody you suppress out of a particular range, they're not looking to sell back to those people, So a lot of people don't realize that. They're looking to destroy that range. And fucking this generates excitement and emotions, which allows another emotional decision to help people take it back off of them. And then they do it all over again and then mark it up again. So, high volatility begets low volatility begets high volatility. This is the mechanics of it. So at any rate, this guy's in a markup now and likely needs another range, right? So his ranges likely, have a lot to do with things in the past. If you pay attention to where his past price structures are, this is gap range, is what gave rise to it. If you pay attention to this guy, you go back into the past, right? Another gap range gave rise to this one. And if you pay attention to this, a massive shockwave gave rise to a massive shockwave. So what's most likely for this guy? He has a range here, or he has a range there. These are probably the two places. He could stall right in that range, to be honest with you. So you pay attention to what he does next, and when he sets another shockwave, you let him do something along those lines. And if he can give you another setup to play into this, ultimately you pay attention to him when he gets to the very highs. And that will be a trigger to leave from. This is a crazy run if he gets there. I probably want to see him do something like a bigger corrective structure, because this looks nuts. And then correct off of this at a bigger res, and then come back up and test it out and leave or something like that. But doesn't have to do that, but that's what I think would look better. So, you guys get all that? It's so much better when I'm not freaking out to fucking like run into the fucking market. Like, oh my god, the stress levels of that shit is fucking crazy. So I hope you guys are able to catch, if you're still around, and catch that NASDAQ bounce, because that's my done for the day. So I'm pretty happy with that. What do you think? Guys, get all that? Make sense? Can we have a look at Tesla? You late motherfucker. Yeah. You said please. Nobody ever says please to me, so fuck it. Everyone's such an asshole. Let's see what Tesla looks like. So last time we talked about Tesla. So for you guys who pay attention to this, is this which chart is this one? This is the original chart. This is not Tesla. Right? I don't have Tesla on this one. Okay. I have two different fucking TAs for Tesla. This isn't the current one, so I know I have a trigger range from here. It's good to pay attention to. This is a good box range that we worked out, that you had a great pump down from, and I think you can have a good pump up from if you hold the range. This is this chart was fucked when Tesla split happened. It destroyed a bunch of things. So I know I redid Tesla over here. With Tesla over here, just those ranges we just talked about, right? Same ranges, right? Major volume ranges, and Tesla's low that we worked out was a break of this particular volume range, this one here. What is this big yellow thing? What the hell is that? I don't know what that was. So some lower resolutions. What does Tesla look like right now? Thought we could have like an uptrend get violated. Actually, that guy's not connected to anything. He's not an uptrend. We had a downtrend for a bull flag that we thought he could rotate from. He did a bit of a pump, and he's kind of fizzled right now as tech's not leading, more industrials are leading. But I still think you can watch this guy right now to see if he ultimately rotates back up. That dotted line we've got is the low of this flag that takes you to all-time highs. I think that's a good line in the sand to use for Tesla, like bull or bear line. If he's going to go, he's at least going to have to clear this. Just like Bitcoin, he's got to go hold the floor of that low bull flag that took us to all-time highs. This is exactly the same kind of thing for Tesla. So I think, right now in the here and now, while, tech is not the strongest thing, there's like raw materials that are stronger, there's defense stocks that are stronger. I think you want to see him definitely above like major, like, lows like this. So for right now, close. I think you watch this angle, but you also want any structure you get on him, you want him to do something that rotates this and like holds above that and goes and heads that way. But this is ultimate line in the sand. He shouldn't be below. What to make you? Nope, that doesn't work. Alright, fuck it. No, I can't see that motherfucker. Alright, well, there you go. Under that. Alright, that's your freebie, motherfucker. Guys, go make some money. Stay safe. Happy Wednesday, bitches. Catch you guys on the flip. Peace out.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV.